Alright, welcome back everyone. So I'm actually prepping my car here because I'm going to actually polish the lower surfaces, all these, like these areas here from the roof rail down this way because I'm doing my coating test here, so I'm not going to be touching this surface. So I'm actually just spraying some iron remover in here. I'll go on the other side and I'll show you which iron remover. Again, I sprayed Mystic from Americana Global on the roof here, and you can actually see all the iron that's accumulated over the last 4 months that this coating test has been going. The paint's a little dirty because it sits outside all the time. It's got these little deposits from this tree here. It's like some of the leaves or whatever. I don't know what those things are called. Whatever that thing's blowing from the petals. But you can actually see that the surface is pretty contaminated from sitting outside. And this is what's actually going to slow your coating's performance down, is all this contamination on here. So that's what something to keep a look in. And yes, your ceramite coating is going to get contaminated. It's not going to prevent everything from going from sticking to the paint. And again, this has sea quartz and stuff on it. Kind of playing around with some toppers here. Again, it's you can actually see the purple runoff. I actually sprayed some Iron X on the wheels, which were pretty good because I just chemically decontaminated them a little bit. Plus, I have the pads I have on there are pretty good. In the rear quarter section here, this says SPS on here, so you can see it's got a little bit. I'll use Mystic here. I think that the mist sprayer didn't deposit a lot of product on here, but it looks like SPS did pretty well. Mostly on the lower portions, I don't have a lot of iron on here. That's mostly on the flat surfaces. So the trunk here, and you can see the spoiler. This part always gets heavily contaminated because it's just the way it sits on here. So it's starting to dry on me, so I'm gonna have to go rinse it. Yeah, I'm gonna go rinse this off right now. You can see it's starting to dry on here, so I'm gonna spray some more and kind of get it wet because the wind's blowing in here. But this other side again for the coating is starting to go. I wouldn't say starting to go. It's starting to show contamination on it after 4 months. So again, here's the Americana Global release. This little 4-ounce bottle got me like a quarter of the way, and then the other iron remover was the lemon scented version, which is the low odor version. Let me just open this up and spray this panel here because it's starting to dry out. If I can open this thing here, just to kind of, I don't want it to stick onto the surface, so just want to keep it wet. So I'm just going to go rinse it off right now anyways. But again, that's a low odor. I'm spraying it in the garage. It doesn't smell like the previous version. This one smells pretty good as well. And again, I'm going to go ahead and use the 22 PLE Ultrafine Glass Coat Clay. This is a non-abrasive clay bar. 22 PLE designed it for their ceramic coatings. I asked them if it can be used on any coating, and they said yes. So we're going to use this on the roof. And the rest of the car, I'm just going to proceed with just regular clay, since I got to remove the other stuff. So again, this is going to be on the roof, and we'll see what the water behavior looks like before and after. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off here. And we'll kind of see what the performance looks like. You can actually see that they all look pretty good. It's just from their beating alone. Can coat, Synchro. Synchro's this big section here, and then you got Moe's in here. So it's pretty good. It's gotten better, believe it or not, as it's cured. Insanity, and then HPC. Yeah, that looks. So these over here are all doing really well. Very little degradation and beating, so that's a good sign. All these are doing good. Again, Gian Moe's has gotten a lot better over the course of 3-4 months. You can just rinse this down. I'll go on the other side. I just don't want this to be drying on the surface. So now I'm on the other side, and we'll see how this area does. I wanted to rinse the other panels off before the iron started moving. So let me see if I can get a better view for you. Okay, so you can clearly see in this area here we have Shine Supply, beadlock, and then we got jade quartz next to it, and then we got jade ice next to it. And at least from a performance aspect, I say beadlock and jade quartz are doing pretty well. Jade ice, at least from dirt, it looks like it's still barely hanging in there. This is IGL right here. That one looks okay. Then we've got the Drexler double base coat, top coat, which is gone completely flat. And then we've got just the base coat, which is performing pretty well on its own. And just go on the other side. And rinse all this residue off here. Okay, so from this is SPS right here. Seems to be doing a good job. Seaports UK and Seaports Light. It's still holding up under dirt. Here again, I'm going to rule out TiO2 at this point. There's something going on here. This is the Adams coating here. That's doing really good, and then you got the paint coating, which is kind of like whatever. So again, that's what's going on. Let me just go ahead and wash this down, and then we'll see what it looks like on a clean surface. But that iron remover did a good job at getting the performance back of these coatings. The ones that are hanging in there pretty well. Okay guys, welcome back. I'm going to be working kind of fast here because the sun's starting to come out real strong. Let me just rinse off all the shampoo. Okay, you can clearly see that they're all performing really well. Here's HPC. That's Insanity. Here's Moe's. I tell you, Moe's got really good. Here's Moe's. Pans over to Synchro. I believe that's the way I have it set. I'll double check. And then we've got Can Coat. So let me go on the top here. So that's Seaports Light, Seaports UK, SPS. There's IGL quartz right there. That's where I'm scanning it. There's the dead spot with the Drexler combo, and then there's the base coat for the Drexler side. I'm just go on the other side and then come back. So let me pause it while I rinse the rest of the residue off here. So there's jade ice. Jade ice, the beanie is not as tight as it once was. Jade quartz, doing really good. Beadlock, look at beadlock. Beadlock looks really nice. TiO2, I'm going to rule that one out. Here's the Adams coating, real good, and here's the Adams spray coating, which looks to be pretty much just gone. It's a shame, it's just not that strong of a performer, but all the rest of the coatings look pretty good. We've got a couple stragglers here that are just not doing that well, so let me just go ahead and switch the setting on here. I'm trying to find the shower setting here. This will work. So here we go. We're going to sheet rinse these. Need more length here. You can actually see they all rinsed off pretty well. Like I said, TiO2's got issues, so it sheets real slow. We'll just sheet these here. You know, see all these sheet pretty well also. You can see the Drexler one is just kind of, the top coat's just laying flat, so it's retaining water on there. Let me see if I can reach the other side so I don't have to walk way over there. Here's the Geon stuff. So really nice, all of them did the job. Here's the 22 Pili stuff. Again, also strong performers. HPC looks like it's a little slower, but overall things are doing good. I think we're going to have to rule out the Drexler combo as a failure, and then the Adams spray coating as a failure. and then TiO2 is kind of like an anomaly here. But they're all doing a good job. See SPS. A lot of people want to see how good SPS is doing. She's pretty darn quick. Let me change the setting here real quick. Shower setting. Yeah, you can see they all bead pretty well. Some of the ones that are still hanging in there. I think we're starting to see some issues with the the SPS one. You can see it starts to go a little bit flatter. Unlike these other coatings here, like the Adams one really beads up when water hits it. SPS is starting to go a little flat. Interesting. So again, we'll just keep an eye on it. That's just a quick 4-month update. I'm gonna have to rust through this because it's getting hot out here and I have to keep my surface wet. So stay tuned for the next one.